Hello, hello, hello. That's actually really, really freaking loud. We don't need it to be that loud. Goodness. Hi, Aquarius Risings. This is your February forecast for all of the ingresses, meaning the planets moving into new signs, and then the new moon and full moon of the month of February. Thank you for being here. If you are a Patreon member, thank you for your extra coins to be able to get this early. Um, if you are from YouTube, please hit like and subscribe. You will help me so much to grow my channel, which is one of the goals that I have set for myself for this year of 2024, um, is to be better at social media, actually publishing things, getting the camera to look the way that makes me happy, um, and so on and so forth. Um, Yeah. So if you like what I do, you can head over to Venmo or to Coffee and um, leave a little something. All of the money goes to my nonprofit organization called FAPEN. It's a free and appropriate public education network, and it is to um, provide free special education advocacy to families that need it, because reading all the paperwork that comes with IEP meetings and 504 meetings is in legalese, and not everybody is able to wade through all that on their own. Um, and everyone deserves to be able to have good education, regardless of where they come from. Okay, so for you, Aquarius Risings, we are looking at the first event of the month of February, which is happening on Monday, February 5th. This is Mercury is heading into your first house of self. A lot of the things that are happening for you, Aquarius, um, Risings is happening. You've got a lot happening in this first house. Okay, because there's lots of planets that are moving into Aquarius this month. And so Mercury is heading into your first house of self. What thoughts about yourself are you letting go of to benefit your mental health? Is it realizing you're not as young as you were, or is it that the way you were raised wasn't as healthy, and maybe more overindulgent than you once believed? Okay. Um, it's really hard to acknowledge that there's the possibility that our parents didn't know what the hell they were doing when we are very close to and love our parents very much. Um, Sometimes it's hard to recognize that their way of raising was actually harmful. It doesn't mean you love them any less. It just means that they caused damage and that damage needs repaired. Um, On the 9th, which is a Friday, we have the Aquarius new moon in your first house. So, have your needs changed? Are you trying to earn more to support those needs and letting you be true to yourself? Maybe don't be so defensive about it to your family. Sometimes it's okay to keep your cards close to your chest, at least for the next 6 months. You do not have to prove yourself to anyone. You don't have to prove your self-worth. You don't have to prove why you need what you need. You don't have to prove that you're good at things to anybody. You don't have to prove that you deserve love. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. Okay. Um, so that's how I feel about that. The only thing I have to do is be black and die. And only Michael Jackson figured out how to get away with one of them. And he only got away with it because he used lots of bleach. And I'm not trying to do that. Don't like that. Not even a little bit. Not for any reason whatsoever would I want any of that. Okay. Um, on Tuesday, February 13th, we have Mars moving into your first sign until March 22nd. So, how's that establishing of your needs going? You might be feeling an emotional drive to defend yourself, which is valid, but don't let siblings push your buttons. It's valid to have anger because people are making you prove yourself and you don't want to have to. It's not okay for you to make your anger other people's problems. On Valentine's Day this year, Mars and Pluto have an exact meetup in your first house of self. So I don't know what's happening to your body, but unearthing things it might be an outer worldly experience that you're having. Just a heads up. On Friday the 16th, we have Venus moving into your first house of Aquarius. So it might behoove you to make sure your Valentine's Day plans actually happen on Friday, which is Venus's day. Um, Sometimes as we grow, our families are only able to see who we used to be. Um, your your new version of who you want to be might make you feel like the odd person out. Take your time and don't worry about proving why letting things go is important to you. Here's the thing about, I know it seems like I'm reading. I am, because my memory is shit. Just throwing that out there. Here's the thing about when you start doing the work on yourself, people don't like that, especially if they haven't done work on themselves. So if you are starting to do things to work on you, on your physical form, maybe you've got a new workout routine because you are concerned about your blood pressure, um, or your cholesterol, or you've got some health thing that you have decided that this is the year you're going to take care of that. Um, when you start doing things, the people who aren't taking care of themselves start feeling some type of way. And then it's not pretty. Like you start having healthy boundaries for yourself. The people who want to violate those boundaries and do whatever it is they want to do, they get mad. So just be prepared for that. On Sunday, February 18th, that is when the sun moves into Pisces and it's Pisces season. I keep yawning at this point. In almost every video today, I have yawned at the sun entering into Pisces. I don't know what that freaking means, other than the fact that I am exhausted because I have had to shovel ice for the past 2 days. Not snow, ice. All right, so it's time for the budgeting and Excel spreadsheets for where that money is coming and going, Aquarius people, especially if you've had the goal of growing roots somewhere new while Jupiter is in your fourth house. Okay. Start tracking those funds. Um, on the 23rd of February, which is a Friday, Mercury moves into Pisces until March 9th. Um, you're going to want to add extra padding to that budget you're creating. I know you think it all looks dreamily good right now, but Mercury in Pisces is that golden retriever energy. Okay. You're you're thinking everything looks great, and then bam, something somewhere comes. You don't have as much money as you think you did. Okay. So just be mindful of that because Mercury is combust while it's in Pisces. It's very close to the sun. It can't exactly tell you all the things that you need to know right away. So just have an extra padding for whatever budget you've got going on. The next day, which is Saturday, February 24th, we have the Virgo full moon. So this is an ending or a culmination of whatever you started 6 months ago with the Virgo new moon. And for you, Aquarius, if I can find what I wrote down. Oh, you might be wrapping up that the divorce um or inheritance. You're free to enjoy it and plan meticulously with what you've gotten. Okay. All right. That's all I have for February for you. I will be uploading and have um all of the March stuff up on the 13th. For early release if you are part of my Patreon. If you are part of the general public or you're over here at YouTube, then everything will be up on the 26th. If you want a reading with me, my books are open over at sabretreeconsulting.com. And if you would like to leave me a little tip, you can always head over to Venmo or Coffee, Ko-fi, however that's said. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for your time. And just remember, you're worthy of all the good things that are headed your way. Oh my goodness. My computer does not want to work. Bye.